It is your favorite auditor. Audit them, the one who encourages you to audit all of them. How's everybody hanging? Let's see if the audio is on and clear. If you could please confirm with me that the audio is on and clear. Right here, let me go ahead and confirm. Alrighty, off source. We are loud and clear. Confirm. Alrighty, off source. We are loud and clear. Alrighty, beautiful. How's it going, pal? Tristan. DJ, hello there. Good morning. Are you from across the pond? Alrighty, let's get right to it then. Multi-township assessors. Today we're looking at the township code, Illinois Township Code. Multi-township assessor. Texas, chapter 552. Alrighty, so what do we have here? Multi-town assessors. Townships with less than 1,000 inhabitants should not elect assessors for each township. We're going to skim through this. We're not going to read the whole thing. Mandatory establishments of multi-township assessment districts. Before 2001, every 10 years thereafter, the supervisor of assessment shall prepare maps by the county of the townships indicating the number of inhabitants and the equalized assessed valuation of each township for the preceding year. That's the beautiful part I like to hear. KT, hello there. I like to hear the words equalized assessed valuation. So let's go ahead and continue here. Within the counties under township organization, and shall distribute a copy of the map to the county board and to each township supervisor. Board of trustees, sitting townships of multi-township assessor. Let's slow down here. Hey Maria, how's it going? It's saying here, distribute a copy of the map to the county board. Alrighty, so let me write something down here in my memo notes. We're going to go ahead and request, since, let's say, for example, in this case, Cook County has roughly 42 townships. So we're going to request a scrape from the Cook County assessors. We're going to request a township organization of all townships within the county. Township organization map. Here, TWP. So let me write that down. TWP. TWP organization map of all TWPs within Cook County. So I'll put the number out there, like 42 or whatever it is. Most of the people that comply with you are rude and you suggest they are fine. Well, vlogs, I like that you point that out. And you know, sometimes you have to give the person that notion that so they could see it in the near future to say, hey, you know what, maybe they have to shapen up, or they have to look themselves in the mirror and realize that they are a government employee that's supposed to hold themselves with integrity. But yeah, I mean, I could be calling them something else upon case per case. So what we got here is township organization map of all townships within Cook County. And let me write the code down in case I want to get petty. So 35 ILCS 200/210. Patricia, hello there. Reverse psychology. KT is in the building. So let's go ahead and continue here. And to each township supervisor, board of trustees, sitting township or multi-township assessor, and to the department. The map shall contain suggested multi-township assessment districts for purposes of assessment. That's beautiful. So that's one thing right there that we could scrape up from county. So let me give you an instance. There's 103 counties in Illinois that cover 103 counties cover 1,500, or what is it, 15,000? Wait a minute, let me check. How many townships in Illinois?
1,428.
Right.
According to Wikipedia.
1,500. All right. So there's 103 counties in Illinois that break down, that hold up 1,500 townships. So all you would have to do, for example, what I'm doing is I'm about to declare the database that I was talking about of public records. Beyond that, this is one scrape right here, one request off of this section, which is 35 ILCS 200/210, which was that if you contact the whole 103 counties in Illinois, they have to provide you with this hot sheet. And what this hot sheet is going to have, it's going to have 103 counties, which means 1,500 township organization maps, which the map shall contain suggested multi-town assessment districts. That's beautiful. For purposes of assessment. Upon receipt of the map, the boards and the trustees shall determine separately, but by majority vote, if the suggested multi-township districts are acceptable. Okay, yada yada. However, the beautiful thing is, Grim, hello there. DJ, you need to start holding virtual classes teaching us everything we need to know when we have any kind of contact with tyrannical public servants. It sounds like you gotta get you a shield. But nah, the thing that you have to do is you have to really hit the books. You gotta hit the books in your local area. You gotta go read the codes. I'd be more than happy to, chat with everybody out there too. Send me an email. The township boards of trustees may meet as a body to discuss the suggested districts of which they would be a part. Upon request of the township supervisor of any township, the township supervisor of the township containing most population shall call the meeting, designating the time and the place, and shall act as temporary chairperson of the meeting until a permanent chairperson is chosen from among the township officials included in the call to the meeting. The township assessors and supervisor of assessment may participate in the meeting. Notice of the meeting shall be given in the same manner as notice is required for the township meetings in the township code. The meeting shall... Should I read through it fast or slow? How do you guys want me to zip through it? Fast or slow? The meeting shall be open to the public and may be recessed from time to time. If a multi-township assessment district is not acceptable to any board of trustees, they shall so determine and further determine an alternative multi-township assessment district. The suggested or alternative multi-township assessment district shall contain at least 2 townships and 1,000 or more inhabitants. Shall contain no less than the total area of any one township. Shall be contiguous to at least one at least other township in connection. All right, yada yada. Let's zip through it. So Well, before September 15, 2002, and every 10 years thereafter. DM says, is there a difference between a town and a township? In Illinois, the difference between a town and a township is that the town is like a municipal corporation. The town has a fire department and a police station. The township, what makes it different, it's a taxing body, so they have a town supervisor and a township assessor, but they don't have their separate fire and separate police. They depend on the county sheriffs or, the police within the town that they're in. So then, like, a town is like so that's the difference in Illinois between a town and a township. But a town could also mean like a village or a city, which is still with the police and fire. Township always means, anytime you hear the word township, that always means they have a township assessor, a property assessor. Yeah, it's just flags being waved, money flags being waved. So here, let's flicker through. Voluntary establishment of multi-township assessment districts, 35 ILCS 200-215. Any two or more contiguous townships in any one or county other than township provided for section 2 or 5. Majority vote of trustees, township multi-assessment, yada yada. Alrighty. This week, we all could read this shit on our own time. We're flickering through it. I'd like to identify something in here if it requires if it does require that the township assessor is required to have that door open during normal business hours, and it's forbidden for them to put a private or a restricted area sign. Because I know for a fact there's a code, I think it's 910 of one of the ILCSs, which says the executive county assessor office shall be open during normal business hours for 3 purposes. One of them is in case your tax is too high and you like to speak with the assessor. The second, if you want to file any complaints. I forgot what the third was. Scott, what is it that you're referring to? So, however, that's identifying the county chief executive assessor. That has nothing to do with the township assessor. But let's go ahead and carry on the township code, township assessor code. So the township and the multi-township board of trustees elected assessors. The township supervisors and clerks of townships comprising a multi-township assessment district, and the township board of trustees in townships that are not part of a multi-township assessment jurisdiction shall ex officio constitute a multi-township or township board of trustees for their respective assessment jurisdictions. That's one that we're going to have to read a few times. Public press, hello there. Township and multi-township board of trustees, elected assessors, the township supervisors and clerks of township comprising a multi-township assessment district and township board of trustees in townships that are not a part of a multi-township assessment jurisdiction shall ex officio. Let's see if we could define that. So there's a cool feature on Windows that you could right click on it and define it. It's not showing on you guys' screen, but I'll read it. Ex officio. As a result of one's status or position. So, with the jurisdiction shall constitute a multi-township or township board of trustees for their respective assessment jurisdictions. this is our line written around this jurisdictional lot, and because we have a stamp here on this township, we are declaring jurisdiction. We have our multi-township assessors that are certified by the Board of Illinois State, and they are providing an assessment for the inhabitants within this tax-paying district. Each multi-township board of trustees shall organize and select one of its number as a chairman, another as a clerk. So the board of trustees, okay, and another as a treasurer. These officials shall serve a term of 2 years or until their successors are elected. Except no person shall be a member of a multi-township board of trustees after the expiration of his or her term as a township supervisor or township clerk, or township Clark Kent, or a township Clark Kent. The powers and duties of a multi-township board of trustees or township board of trustees concerning property tax assessment administration shall be limited to the following one. Okay, let's read that over. The power and duties of a multi-township board of trustees and township board of trustees concerning property tax assessment administration. So let's not forget about that. Property tax assessment administration shall be limited to the following: levying taxes necessary to provide the funds required by the budget adopted for the township or multi-township assessor, and certifying the levy to the county clerk. Oh, let me slow you down. Let me write that one up as well. So, let's see. So let's say all township assessors, certified levies. All TWP, or here, let me put most current submitted certified levies provided by all township TWP, all TWP assessors. Here we'll put assessor. Well, township, TWP, and multi-TWP by TWP and multi-TWP assessor within this county. So I'll send out 103 of these emails, and I have the entire state of Illinois working on this Monday morning. The entire state of Illinois, all the counties, would be working on gathering this public record for me on Monday morning, which is all public record, according to this code right here, the code that we're looking at. We're at, and let me mark it down here. So that's 220, 35 ILCS 200 2-20. All right. So, most current submitted certified levies provided by all TWP and all multi-TWP assessors within this county. For instance, Cook County, Lake County, yada yada. For reference, see Statute 35 ILCS 200/220. That's what I'm going to send them. So, let's see the comment section here. Rusty says, hello, I just subscribed and hit the bell. I am thankful for your diligence and look forward to binge watching your videos. Excellent work. Salute to you, bro. Salute to you. Thank you so much. KT. Yo, learned so much. Audit down. Salute to you as well, Gail. FAC is in the building. Good morning, all. It's been a long time since I caught one of your early morning knowledge drops. Thank you so much, bro. We scraped up 2 public records requests so far from this reading. The first one is Township Organization Map of all townships within this county under 35 ILCS 200/210. And the second one so far is most current submitted certified levies provided by all TWP and multi-township assessors within this county, reference at 35 ILCS 200/220. So like I said, I'll put out this request, which would take me, it took me time to gather all the county clerk's email addresses. That did take me some time to put them all on a list, but it'll take me about 10 minutes to send out my request to 103 counties, which in essence, they're supposed to respond in 5 to 10 days. But Monday morning, when they get to office, they will all, depend when I put the request, they will all receive the request and have to respond to it. So that means that'll be a complete gathering of a very important public record that we need to have, overviewing and checking the balances of all our little townships in the state of Illinois, which means 1,500 townships. So let's continue reading through the code so they could keep slowing you folks down. Let's keep reading through the code so they could keep slowing you folks down. Public press. We'll definitely chat about that, bro. The AI is good for putting things in a cleaning up the grammar and all that, putting the shit side by side and adding numbers to the side of them. But the AI, what it's not going to do for you, bro, it's not going to send, it's not going to know how to word your FOIA request for you. So let's go ahead and continue here. That's the second request. Number 2, determining and approving the budget of the assessor, determining a salary for the assessor. All right, that's cute. Yep, that's what they do. Setting the compensation for any assessor or temporary appointed because the assessor is physically incapacitated according to Section 65 of the Township Code. The levy shall not be included within any statutory limitation of rate or amount for other township purposes, but shall be in addition to that rate or amount. The board shall have no power to approve or disapprove personnel of the multi-township or township assessor, and the treasurer of the multi-township board of trustees shall have the duties and responsibilities of township supervisor in relation to the township assessor in the maintenance and disbursement of funds. Okay, yada yada, the changes in this section, whatever. Public press, ChatGPT. Yeah, definitely, ChatGPT is cool, bro. They gave the people ChatGPT because they wanted people to be derailed off of FOIA. ChatGPT is the non-transparent version of FOIA. It's the same concept. Think about it. If you put something into ChatGPT, you're requesting ChatGPT to provide you a response. But if you don't know how to word what you're looking for with ChatGPT, ChatGPT is not going to provide for you what you're looking for. The same concept with a FOIA officer or a FOIA request. If you don't know how to word what you're looking for, you will get denied and the FOIA officer will not respond to you. But the reason why they put out ChatGPT is because they told the people, nah, go look up shit from space. Here, go talk about space and other things. Don't come to the government and request records and check the balances of what the government is doing. No, but I hear what you're saying, public press. There's no limit to ChatGPT, and a lot of people got the right prompts and got the right uses. We'll definitely link up, bro, and I make sure that I definitely have, on my laptop, I have Wi-Fi with me. I have it connected from my hotspot. We'll flicker through, and I'll show you a few things. I don't like to talk about that stuff online, public press, because there's a few things out there, but we'll definitely chat about that. So 225. Jen, hello there, Jen. AT. Transition to multi-township organization no later than December 1st, preceding the date of multi-township assessor takes office. The assessor of the township included in, alrighty, yada yada. Budget making. Budget making at least 60 days prior to the beginning of each fiscal year. The assessor for each multi-township assessment district or township shall prepare and present on forms provided or approved by the department an office budget for the ensuing fiscal year. The multi-township or township board of trustees shall adopt a budget and appropriation ordinance in accordance with the Illinois municipal budget law. Oh, that's what I wanted to write down. Illinois municipal budget law. Illinois. Hey, why did the music cut off in the background? What doesn't kill you makes you stronger. What was that? Alrighty, so let me write that down. Illinois municipal budget law. Let's go ahead and continue. Fact says, I have a question about Stowe County Mini Court. I requested a court transcript to be emailed to me, and they insist that they charge $25 for an audio transcript. Is that correct? Well, first and foremost, bro, I don't know what the hell Stowe County fees are. I don't know where the hell Stowe County is. Third and foremost, bro, the courts in most states, they're not subject to FOIA. So they have their own fees. Fourth and foremost, and I know that's not a word, but I made it up. Fourth and foremost, you have to check with their records, bro. If they told you that, you have to ask the person's name, whoever's telling you that, and you have to ask that person to provide you with a fee list. If they're not willing to provide you with a fee list, then you have to narrow it down. Then now you have to do the research and figure out how much they specifically charge for audio transcript. KST is in the premises. What's the update on a few of those public employees you arrested charging fouls? Did they plead guilty or settled? Oh no, bro. As you know, that was a month ago or month and a half ago. You're probably gonna have to check back with me in the next 30 years. KST, probably in the next 30 years, we'll see if they plead guilty or settled. He said, don't settle for more than 5 years in jail. Nah, man, I never wish nobody jail. Not even them. The sad thing is that worst case, they might lose their job, but I still don't want the employees to lose their job. I just want some training to be acknowledged, and mistakes happen. But at the same time, you're asking me for an update on that. I'm just gonna let you know that listen to me very carefully. The paperwork is in the works. Just know that. So let's go ahead and continue here. The multi-township board must, at least 30 days before the public hearing required by Section 3 of the Illinois Municipal Budget Law, prepare or cause to be prepared a tentative A tentative budget. Let me look that up as well. Tentative. Tentative. Not certain or fixed. Okay, prepare a tentative budget, a quasi-budget and appropriation ordinance, and file the ordinance with the township clerks of the township comprising a multi-township assessment district. And let me look up word comprising. KST, you're kidding, or are you being sarcastic? And you said citizen actually means nothing. Well, first and foremost, bro, the word citizen is nowhere to be found in private person arrest. It was private person arrest. Second and foremost, the word citizen means that you enjoy privileges and not rights. So you already know what's going on, KST. It sounds like you're real wise. We need to start you up a channel. The only question I have to ask you, if you want of either two things, graphics in your hair or a suit. You used to have a very strong line like, man, anything you say can and will be used against you in a court of law under cross-examination. Well, yeah, I'll still use that. That's a real good one. And that could never be construed as anything other than those words. Anybody has the ability to tell that to anybody. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can and will be used against you in a court of law under a cross-examination. Anybody has the right to say that. And I'm going to start using that more often, KST. I'm going to start using that. You got a good notebook and a pencil, but let me ask you, have you started highlighting your FOIA code, bro, in the state of Illinois? Have you begun to highlight it? Yes or no? So the multi-township board must, at least 30 days before public hearing required by Section 3 of the Illinois Municipal Budget Law, cause to be prepared a tentative, a quasi, not accurate budget and appropriation ordinance, and file the ordinance with the township clerk. So let's see the township board. Okay. KST, that's not what I asked you. Strike one. KST, strike one. That's not what I asked you. KST, as we agreed in the past, you told me you're going to print out the Illinois Freedom of Information Code, which was at 57 pages. Did you print it out and did you start highlighting what you told me you were going to do? What I instructed you to do. Have you begun that yet? Strike one. Alrighty, so the township clerk must take the tentative budget and appropriation ordinance available for public inspection for at least 30 days before final action on the ordinance. The required public hearing must be held on or before the last day or the first quarter of the fiscal year before the board. Notice of the hearing must be given by publication in a newspaper published in a multi-township assessment district at least 30 days before the hearing. If there is no newspaper published in the multi-township district, notice of the public hearing may be given by posting notices in 5 of the most public places in each township. Oh, let's slow you the fuck down. In 5 of the most public places in each township comprising the multi-township assessment district. That's cute. Let me slow you the fuck down. Excuse my English, not French. That's where they go by posting the minute meetings and all that stuff. So fact says it's in Illinois. Oh, in Illinois? What the hell? You said Stowe County. There's no Stowe County in Illinois. Stowe County? Bro, what are you talking about, bro? Let me look that up. Stowe County. I got all the counties memorized, bro. There's no county called Stowe County in Illinois. S-T-O-W. Stowe County. Bro, what the hell are you talking about? Stowe County? There's no Stowe County in Illinois. As soon as you said that, I knew you're talking from out of state. Ah, you see now you're on the second strike. KST, he threw one strike and he still has not confirmed on the second strike. So let me slow you down, Fac. It's in Illinois. How are you telling me it's in Illinois, bro, and you're in Ohio, bro? I will dig further. I thought that they couldn't charge if the request to be emailed. Now, like I said, the courts, they're totally different. They don't run off of FOIA. And then Joe the quasi, he says, AT, you have already been using subject under cross-examination in many of your previous videos. KST said, no, I saved the FOIA pages on my phone and PC, did not print those in paper, but I read and memorized. Okay, that's a good answer, KST. That's a good answer, but that's not the answer. Because you did not highlight anything. So you told me you got the stuff memorized. I'm going to take your word for that, KST. Now that you tell me you got the statutes memorized, because I got great memory, KST. But now that you tell me you got the statutes memorized, the next assignment I want you to do, KST, is I want you to tell me when you're ready to go on a live panel with me so you could tell me what FOIA language you have memorized. Joe G says, what do you mean by quasi? Joe G, right now what I want you to do is I want you to define quasi and put the definition in the comment section, and I'll tell you what it means. Well, I'll tell you what it means in layman's term. It means to be true, but not to be true. But that's in layman's term. Maybe. That's what quasi means. But that's my words. Now, I want you to define it as it is. Put it in the comment section. Now, back to FAC. So, KST, he claimed his claim. I'm waiting for the next comment. Now, back to FAC, the madness. FAC tells me, and FAC been on my channel since day Zelch, salute to him. But he tells me in Stowe County, I have a question in Stowe County. Then he says, I asked him, where is that county? He tells me it's in Illinois. And then he says he didn't clarify. Sorry for not clarifying. I told him, I immediately said, no, that's not in Illinois. And he said, sorry, Ohio. I was confused. But how the fuck could you be confused about where you live at, bro? That's what I don't understand. How could you be in Ohio but say you're confused? You thought the county was in Illinois. KST said, Barbara. Hello there, Barbara. I live in North Carolina. Damn, bro. You got more holes than Ric Flair, bro. Nah, but anyway, regardless, the main point is that the circuit court, they're not subject to FOIA. They have their own rules, you know, and their own codes. So they're not subject to FOIA, you know. So let's get back to the topic at hand here. The Multi-Township Board of Trustees shall determine the amount required and permitted by law to finance the operations of the office of Multi-Township or Township Assessor. The Board or Trustees shall certify that the amount in the levy to the county clerk in the matter provided under Section 220. The county clerk shall extend the tax levies as provided in this code against all taxable property within the jurisdiction. That was the info that helped you straighten me out. Salute to you, bro. We all learn from each other. We all learn from each other. All this information was available way before I was thought of. This connection petition under 35 ILCS 202-35. KST says, what's the law on pictures taken by public employees when you visit the public body? The pic they took, you can be FOIA'd, and they can destroy the pic in 30 days. Well, there's a code, there's a statute under that in the FOIA language that I'm gonna attach that on my clipboard packet so I could start talking that language in case, you know, we were to come into that event. Or is it a crime of destruction of a public record? Yeah, that's in the state record code as well. We gotta dabble through the state record code. So this connection of petition, a township with 1,000 or more inhabitants, according to the last proceeding, special federal census may be disconnected from a multi-township district under this section if the township had less than 1,000 inhabitants. All right, let's flicker through. Notice of disconnection, selection and eligibility, selection and LGBTQ of the township and multi-township assessors. Selection and eligibility of township and multi-township assessors at 202-45. A. In all counties under the township organization, township or multi-township assessors shall be qualified as required, B through D, of this section and shall be elected as provided in this code. Township or multi-township assessors shall enter upon their duties on January 1st following their election and perform the duties of the office for 4 years, beginning December 1 of 96. In any township or multi-township assessment, the requirements of the no person is eligible to file a nomination papers or participate as a candidate in any caucus. Let's define that. Caucus, a meeting which local members of political party register their preferences among candidates. All right, cool. So caucuses or primary and general election for the appointed to fill vacancies in the office of the township, yada yada. All right, flicker through it. We're gonna flicker through the whole shit. Nothing really popped out to me as the township office has to be open to the public, so we can't disqualify their decision. Joe G, the transitioner, KST, I visited my child's teacher at public school for a scheduled appointment, but the front desk demanded ID. Took my pic of my state ID and nothing to do with kid safety. Well, they're probably saying that they got a track and log of everybody that came in the building just in case they know who was in the building. But what you should have done is, if you wanted to be petty and you wanted to stand up, then you would have said, they would have thought you're being petty, but actually you're standing up. You would have said, hey, look, we got a constitutional right here, and I believe this is a violation of our rights. So you be that parent that stands up out of the 100,000 parents that walk through the door that never challenged them on that. And you tell them, can we begin with by me seeing the policy of this? Can you also include my child's curriculum? Can you give me a copy of our children's curriculum? Can you tell me when the next drag show is going to be performed and illustrated? Can you present to me a roster of all the teachers and employees within the school? But again, let's keep it simple. Can you please provide me with a policy requiring ID at this stance here? Because I want to make sure as a parent, I'm well aware of the policies, rules, and regulations, and make sure you folks are following it to verify that my children is in the right hands, like State Farm. KST says, what curriculum? He said, what's curriculum? Well, again, you got to define it, bro. Curriculum is the subjects they're teaching your children. The topics they're teaching your children. He said he emailed the principal visitor policy and got no reply. Beautiful. Now FOIA the emails. FOIA the emails. Call the principal up and tell the principal, hey, look, ma'am, I got the FOIAs. I seen that I sent you an email on the 12th, but you never responded to it all the way through the 20th. It took you 8 days and you still have not responded. I guess there's no statute for you to respond, but are you concerned with my email, Mrs. Principal? And she'll say, you're the first person in her 30-year tenure to ever give her a call and tell her that you're looking at her emails. So she's gonna look at you like, hey, you're babysitting them, and she's gonna give you more respect, bro. Come on, KST. You told me you memorized some of the Illinois FOIA code, and you're talking like this? You have to talk language from the code, which means you have to talk, well, in time, man. It doesn't happen overnight, you know. Revision of assessor qualifications. Here's where the fun begins. 35 ILCS 200-252. Revision of assessor's qualifications by the department. The department may revise the assessor's qualifications for the township and multi-township assessment districts for those qualifications specified in subsection C or D of section 2-45 to the qualifications specified in subsection B of section 245 if the township or multi-township board or trustees petition the department to do so. In determining petitions from a township or multi-township board of trustees requesting a change in assessor qualifications, the department shall consider the quantity, and complexity of assessments in the township or multi-township. The department shall promulgate reasonable rules relating to the administration of this section. So that's the third one right there. So let's write that down. The third one would be the third one is going to be revised qualifications. Revised qualifications. Revised qualifications petitioned. So if the township or multi-township board of trustees petition the department to do so. So revised qualifications petitioned. Well, revised qualifications of assessor. Revised qualification of assessor petitioned by township board. Petitioned by TWP board. Okay, that's a separate one for the township, not the county. Joe, you keep saying that. I don't know what you're talking about, man. What's your deal, bro? You want me to put you in a permanent timeout? I don't know what you're talking about, man. You keep saying weird stuff. KST, public employees. Some of them are mean and will hurt you. He said, sometimes I cautious not to piss off. Alrighty. So let's put the code to that one. 35 ILCS. So you're admitting you inquiring and you standing up for your children for your right may piss them off, and you believe because that may piss them off, you don't even want to attempt to stand up for your right? That's wrong, bro. 35 ILCS 202-52. 55. Row as ex officio deputy assessor in all townships and counties of 3 million or more in which the township assessors are elected. The township assessor shall be ex officio deputy assessor to make the assessments in the township wherein they are elected to be the but those ex officio deputy assessors shall be under the direction and control of the county assessor in the same manner as other deputy assessors, subject to the rules and regulations prescribed by the county assessor and the Board of Appeals, to be determined and paid by section 20 whatever. Alrighty, again, we'll flicker at this at a later time. Vacancies: when any township district fails to elect an assessor or assessor become vacant, and the election or county court or the trustees shall fill in the vacancy. Alright. Well, I guess here at the last of the straw here, deputies and employees, A, in all counties under township organization where a township or multi-township assessor is unable alone to perform all duties of the office, he or she may appoint one or more suitable persons as a deputies to assist in making the assessment, and may appoint other employees required for operation of the office. So really what they do is for them to sit around, for them to hire somebody off the street and or a family member and to sit around and assist in making assessments. Let me tell you how that looks like. For them to sit around and assist making these assessments by picking off a family member or somebody off the street to assist them and create a deputy, what they do is they sit around the conference table and they bring a birthday cake along with birthday candles, and they celebrate the first day of employment, and they say, okay, let's go ahead and start making these assessments off the whim of their pen. And they got backing by the counties, by the sheriffs, by the force, by the barrel of the gun. And if they say, if you don't pay them fees, there's going to be a procedure. And if you don't follow through on that procedure, the last resort is going to be that force, that barrel of the gun. And they're going to come against you, and you don't got numbers like they do. So that's what that looks like in layman's term. Here it is, the code telling you right here, deputies and employees. It's telling you they gather a family member. Look here, it's highlighted in blue. Gather a family member or somebody off the street, elect them, present a birthday cake, light up candles, and put that on the record as the first day certificate, and assess property out of the whim of your hand. Okay, anyway. I guess yeah, we could read through these. These are hot tickets right here. These are the good ones. B. Every township or multi-township assessor within 5 or more deputies and other employees shall adopt rules concerning all benefits available to employees. The rules shall include without limitation the following benefits to the extent they are applicable: insurance coverage, compensation, overtime pay, time off, holidays, vacations, sick leaves, and other leave rules shall be adopted and filed with the township clerk within 4 months after the assessor takes office. A multi-township assessor shall file the rules with the clerk of each township in the district. Amendments to the rules shall be filed with the appropriate township clerk or clerks by their effective dates. They're all in the friends and family plans. Good to see you in here, public press. 2070, 35 ILCS 22070. Each, you've been doing your homework, KST. What are you looking up? U.S. codes. 2070 salary. Each multi-township board of trustees shall set the salary of each multi-township assessor at least 150 days before his or her election. Let's read that over. 35 ILCS 202-70. Salary. Each multi-township board of trustees shall set the salary of its multi-township assessor at least, I like how that's written, 150 days before his or her election. Each township board or of trustees shall set the salary of its township assessor at the same time set forth in compensation. Alrighty. John D. What up, doe? Alrighty. 20-75 affidavit for the time employed when compensation of a township or multi-township assessor or his or her deputy is based upon the time actually employed in making of assessments. The assessor and deputy shall make an affidavit of the time employed, payments of compensation and expenses under this section paid out of the township or multi-township treasury. Expenses and office needs. The township and multi-assessor shall receive travel and transportation expenses in the amount determined by the board of the town of trustees and shall be reimbursed for their reasonable travel, meal, registration expenses incurred in the attendance and a school of instruction prescribed by the department. The board of the town trustees shall provide the office and storage space, equipment, office supplies, deputies, and clerical and personnel and other items that are necessary for the efficient operation of the office. Yada yada. There we go, folks. Zip through, not the whole thing, but a zip through of the township code. To be specific, the township assessor. That was a good read. Thank you guys all for coming in. Tampering with public records. A person commits tampering with a public record when he or she knowingly, without lawful authority, and with the intent to defraud any party, public officer, alters, destroys, there you go, defaces, removes, or conceal any public record. That's a good one. KST, and I'm glad you're doing your homework. But is that a U.S. code you're looking at, right? Are you looking at title, 18 or something? Other than that, guys, thank you guys for being in the channel. And I will be on probably a little later. Probably going to transition into a music session. So if you guys still want to be in with me, check in a little bit. I'll probably do a music session. The one who encourages you to always audit them. That's a good fucking one, public press. That's a good one. Plenty love, folks.